What's up guys, welcome to the Death Hauling channel. In this video I am hauling a load from Fort Dodge, Iowa to Kenosha, Wisconsin. It is a load of empty cans, aluminum cans, nice and light, 10,000 pounds. It is rate for $1,000. Not the greatest rate, not the worst rate, but this was a pretty cool journey. I got to drive on some back roads. I took out the drone, got some drone footage of that, and I also talk about a repair that I've had. It was a $4,000 repair. It's actually surprisingly not that uncommon to have a repair bill like that. But anyway, I'll show you guys everything that I've done. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you like this content, please give me a like and subscribe. It just gives me, you know, motivation to be able to make more of these, and it just feels really good to hear from you guys. So anyway guys, I'm gonna cue the intro. I hope you enjoy. What's up guys, good morning. It's 8 a.m. right now. It is Thursday, June 10th. Man, we are going into summer real nice. It's been nice and hot every single day. I'm glad I got my AC done. If you didn't, if you got some issues with your AC, I got a cool video that I made about, you know, just about everything you can do to diagnose an AC system, you know, within reason for, you know, just like an owner operator before you have to take it into a shop. Got mine done and it's nice and cool in here. And anyway, so I am going to pick up a load right now in Fort Dodge, Iowa. This is with a new broker. So this broker is called High Tide Logistics, and it's picking up in Fort Dodge, Iowa, going to Kenosha, Wisconsin. This pickup is at 1 p.m. and mind you, right now it's 8 a.m. in the morning, and they called me already at like 7:30 in the morning asking me if I'm empty and en route to the pickup. I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, when are you gonna be? I'm like, I'm still delivering a load, and then I'll go head up to go to your pickup. Your pickup is at 1 o'clock, man. You know, how early do you want me to be there? So yeah, you know, sometimes these brokers, they'll call you and they act like their load is the only load that you're doing, and you know, no matter how long or how short or how cheap it is, they're, you know, they have top priority over your truck, and you got nothing else going on but what they're doing. It's like, listen man, relax. You guys aren't paying, you know, gold over here to the point where we can just haul your one single load and then just, you know, go back home and not do anything for the rest of the day. So yeah, I told the guys straight up, like, listen man, I've got other loads that I still have to do. We're due for 1 o'clock. I'll be there at 1 o'clock, and the story. So anyway, it's a load of cans, so it's going to be empty cans, it looks like, and you need a plated trailer. And what a plated trailer is a trailer that has really thin walls on it. So you can also, I'll show you guys what a plated trailer looks like once I'm empty. I'm getting unloaded right now, but a plated trailer is really thin aluminum walls. I mean, it could have the, you know, the E-tracks to put your straps on and stuff like that, but they don't want wooden walls. It has to be a nice and wide trailer. Trailer must be 101 inches wide. So if you got something other than that, your trailer is getting rejected. So you know, I've got a, you know, new 2020 trailer here, so I got nothing to worry about. I hauled these cans before. What I like about the cans is that you get loaded quickly and you usually get unloaded quickly, because these are just, it's just cans. It's stacked and palletized. There's nothing to count, there's nothing to restack or anything like that. They get taken out of your trailer and just put on a pile, and you know, and they send you on your way. So this is High Tide Logistics. I'm working with this broker the first time, which is maybe the reason why that they're calling me so early in the morning, just to make sure that I'm actually hauling it. 25 pallets at 10,750 pounds. Let's check out the 15-day average. So its 15-day average is $1,061. Like I said, I am at 1,000 even. The low of the range is $939 and the high is $1141. So I mean, it's, I don't know, it's within the 15-day average. This is just the average rate, nothing special over here. But this was like one of the better loads that were coming out of this market. And then if we look on the Toll Guru, which is the app that I reviewed in another video that shows you where you know, the mileage and the tolls and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily use this for directions. I use this more for you know, costs. So where I'm gonna start here in Des Moines, Iowa, I'm gonna go here to Fort Dodge, and then I'm gonna go to Kenosha, Wisconsin. So this in total will cost me $248 in fuel. This is based off of a 6.5 mile per gallon fuel average. I always like to put that a little bit lower because it's just, I like to round my numbers down when it comes to money. So also 503 total miles on this trip, so $1,000. So basically all in all, you know, deadhead and everything is gonna be, you know, $2 a mile just about. However, there is no tolls here. This is a toll-free route, so I'm cool with that. And if you guys ever driven through here, so this is gonna be US 20, and then we're basically taking all back roads and back highways up until we get to the Milwaukee area over here. This is where we're gonna, you know, reach a larger highway. This is gonna be 94, but otherwise we're taking US 18, 151, and you got really nice scenery over here. This is a really nice drive. I mean, you get to cross the Mississippi River through Dubuque, and you know, this US 20, it's a nice drive. I honestly really prefer driving through places like this rather than just to get on, you know, the interstate, because the interstates can get boring. This has turns, this has hills, this has cool, like, you know, mom and pop truck stops. It's got, you know, less traffic. It's just, you know, more, it's more fun trucking through those areas. So let me get unloaded over here, guys, and we're gonna begin this deadhead over there. I actually didn't realize, you know, I was driving when I accepted this load, and I didn't really realize how far this deadhead is. It's like 90 miles, which is, I'm willing to go up to like 120 miles, but 90 miles is like almost, you know, 2 hours in trucking time. So it is a little bit more than I thought. But then again, if I were to, you look at it this way, if I were to pick up a load in Des Moines, like in this area right here, and go to like Chicago or something like that, they'd be paying like $800 for it. So either way, no matter how you look at it, more deadhead or a little bit less deadhead, I'm still getting paid a fair rate to go to the Chicago area, where I'm gonna grab another, you know, good load, and maybe come back out here for like 12, 13 or something like that. So let me get unloaded and we're gonna get started here. All right, I am empty. Let's see, that was a quick one. That was 32 minutes in the sleeper and 7 minutes just about in the checking in, so about 40 minutes over here. And I told you guys I'd let you know what a plated trailer looks like. Let me just make sure I set the brakes. Beautiful day. So there's a plated trailer. It's really thin, so as you can see, the actual wideness of the metal here is actually thicker than the actual wall over here. So not saying that these are super strong, but they're very thin and wide, and that's what they're looking for in those plated trailers. All right, let me close these doors, and let's go ahead and make our way outside out of downtown Des Moines, because we're gonna have to be passing by downtown, which is right over there. It's pretty nice, man. They got so many cool bars and restaurants over there, and a ton of parking right now because there's nobody over there because it's that early. Almost makes me want to just park on the street and go grab something to eat, some kind of breakfast or something, and then probably pay like a $5,000 ticket for blocking their streets with a semi-truck, of course, because, you know, they're just waiting for opportunity like this. Anyway, let's keep moving. Okay guys, I'm at a rest area right now. I am like 4 hours early for where I gotta be, so I might as well you know, just hang out here for a little bit because they sometimes do take it early, but I don't know if they're gonna take me that early. My arrival time is 10 a.m. right now, and I gotta be there at like 1, so yeah, we got plenty of time. I want to take a couple of minutes to talk about a repair that I just had. I spent $4,043.44. There you go. That's you know, focus. Here we go. So, what do we get for all this money and all these repairs? Well, I had a suspension issue, and here's the thing. I had my truck aligned before, and I always tell them check everything. Check, you know, make sure that the kingpins, make sure that the, you know, the tie rod ends, make sure that the springs, make sure, you know, all the bushing, make sure everything is good before you align it. So that way, if there's any issues, I'll fix it. You know, let's fix it. Let's do this right. So that way we're not aligning a truck that can't have an alignment. And over the last year, I had an alignment. Then I had tires put on, and then I had another alignment because I had the tires put on. And then after that alignment, it wasn't that, you know, it didn't feel right. So I had them correct the alignment and do it again because apparently they don't center the steering wheel as part of the alignment. So it was decent. It was better than what it was before for sure, but it still didn't feel right. Like I just felt like the front end just kind of like wanders from side to side, even though that you're holding the steering wheel straight. I was doing a lot of corrections, so I had the whole front suspension replaced. I had my differential power divider and input shaft seal replaced. And I also had the cab bushings replaced. So let me take you guys outside. Let me show you guys exactly what I had done. All right, so looking inside, the first thing is I had the leaf springs replaced. So the leaf spring is right here. It goes from the front all the way to the back over there, and the bushings were replaced as well. These hangers we kept because those didn't have to be replaced. These bushings got replaced in here, but the spring is brand new. The U-bolts, the spacers, the nuts, those have all been replaced. In the back there, you can see that it is the hanger has been replaced. The U-bolts, the bushings in there have been replaced. The shackle has been replaced. All those bolts and everything like that, as you can see, these bolts are new. Nothing here has been reused. So we got a lot of suspension work done. Same thing with the other side. So you can see here we got a brand new spring, brand new, you know, U-bolts, brand new everything just about. And right back there, let me zoom you guys in so you guys can see that a little bit better. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. So these things, I mean, these things are what keep the front suspension together. So like if you look at this, this is really what's holding it from moving side to side and everything like that. So it's not only is it better because the other ones were just so old. I mean, I don't know how old they were exactly, but I mean, they were pretty old. So, you know, your truck is standing a whole lot better, a whole lot more even. And the bushings would be replaced. So this thing, if it's worn out, it's gonna move side to side, up and down. It's gonna, you know, pop and creak and make all sorts of sounds and everything like that. And then same thing with the back. So when you're driving, this is the thing that's supposed to center your suspension. If this is all moving around, you're never gonna go straight. You're always gonna be, you know, shimmying around back and forth and everything like that. So yeah, that's a no-go. And then the other thing I had done was that mount there that bolts over here, these are the cab mount bushings. So they lifted up the cab and they replaced this whole mount where that bushing is, because what was happening is when this bushing wears out, the whole cab likes to move, you know, side to side and under bumps and everything like that. You feel like every single one of those bumps. So they replaced that on both sides. See, here's the other one. There's that other bushing in there. And I mean, you know what, I always say that I like to do all the repairs myself, but this is just beyond the reach of my capabilities. I mean, like you got to lift up the cab, which I mean, I'm sure you can take a floor jack and put like a 4x4 and lift that up and stuff like that, and then get that out. Like, okay, that I probably could have managed, but the springs, I mean, you got to lift up the whole front, you got to undo all those U-bolts and everything like that, and put this, so like, to do this outside on the yard is just not really feasible. And then finally, I had my, oh gosh, I don't think you guys can see. Let me run to the other side because the sun is like glaring on this thing, and we can't see what we're looking at. All right, again, finally, I had the whole differential sealed up front. This thing was leaking pretty bad from what looked like was over here, but then after further inspection, they did realize that this whole power divider thing was leaking. So they took the whole thing apart, they put a new seal on there, they sealed it up again, and it looks like we are good to go. So that is awesome. I am very happy that is no longer leaking, because that thing was, that was another one of those, like, you know, BS projects. I mean, if you look in there, look at the size of that nut. I mean, you need a really strong impact gun, and yeah, that's not really something I wanted to tackle. But I am, you know, for the price, okay, it wasn't cheap, it was $4 grand, but you know what, for the results, I am extremely happy. And here's the thing, they did this stuff over the weekend. I dropped the truck off on Friday afternoon, so I mean, I didn't expect that they're gonna actually work on it on Friday, which they didn't, because I mean, they got other stuff going on. But they worked on it Saturday, Sunday, and then they finished up, you know, for me Monday, you know, like early afternoon. So I was able to basically take the truck. I could have taken the truck and went back to work on Monday, but it's just, you know, whatever. I decided to just take the day off and do some other things. I actually was spending some time with my marketing company, and we called a couple customers together, and we were trying to do some business in that way. So the day wasn't wasted. I was productive anyway. But man, guys, it drives so nice now. I mean, it's such a big difference when I'm driving. There's no wandering. It literally feels like driving a new truck at this point, because everything in the front suspension is replaced. I mean, there's nothing to knock, there's nothing to sway, there's nothing to replace. Everything is basically brand new under there, and this is gonna last me a long time, you know. And here's the thing, like, this is why I say there's no starter trucks. Like, what you buy, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to take care of this thing as if it's, you know, like your baby, basically. I mean, you can't just like let something go to complete ruin just because it's not exactly the truck that you want. I mean, all this stuff has to be operating and functioning properly. Otherwise, I mean, not only are you going to get in trouble with the DOT and everything, but like, you're just going to have a shitty ride. Like, do you really want to drive like this, you know, beat up, you know, broken truck and everything like that? Like, I don't. I really care for my vehicles, whether it's, you know, my motorcycle, my truck here, or, you know, my cars or anything like that. I take care of these older things, and it's a sense of pride that, you know, you can keep something older on the road and driving and not have to be, you know, tied down to the dealership and their, you know, their fees. So like, for me, I usually have like a bigger repair like this once a year. For me, this year it was twice, because I bought brand new tires. So these are the tires that I have put on here. So really good tires, right? I got all the drive tires done, and these are general. These are really good. These are like $4,000 tires, but I got a really good deal because I got a hookup with Cassidy tires, and they sold it to me for like $3,000. And then I have these Continentals here, which is also really good. I used to be a Michelin man. Michelin man, yeah. But yeah, these Continentals, man, I really like them. I like the tread pattern. They're really nice and deep. You know, they're really smooth. They feel really good when you're driving on them. And that was another like $1,200 for those, which is another awesome deal. So this year, so, you know, that was like a major, you know, change up. I guess it was in early spring, and then this here. So these tires were a little bit over, like, you know, $4,500 all the way around. And then, you know, I got 4,000 in suspension work done, and like, you know, the bushings and this thing here. So, you know what, it adds up, you know, to almost 10 grand, sure, but think about how long I'm gonna be able to drive like this for. And a new truck, if you take the cost of a new truck, the payments are gonna be, you know, $2,000, $2,500 or whatever. I mean, your insurance is more expensive because it's a brand new truck. I mean, you know, for just like a couple payments, I'm good for like a really long time, and I'm not tied down to the dealership. Like, I paid this money straight out of my business bank account. I didn't put it on a credit card or anything like that, and it's because I have extra money saved up because I don't have a truck payment or anything like that. So not only do I'm not tied down to this debt for this repair, I got a really good functioning truck that's gonna last me a long time, and that's what's important to me. I'm not really interested in spending too much money buying a brand new truck until I have my customers set up. When the time comes where I am able to sign a deal with a customer and we're like really close, I'll be like, all right, you know what? I will go to the dealership. I will buy a brand new truck and a brand new trailer just to service you. But I need to grow, and you need to grow with me. We're gonna grow together. That's kind of how I am trying to do this, because otherwise, you're buying equipment and you don't have any work for it. You have no guarantee that you're gonna be able to pay that truck payment. So that's where I'm at right now with this, and this is why I think this is the best truck for me at the moment, because in the spot market, when the prices fluctuate a lot, like I don't want to base my profits and my income off of something that is very expensive, for example. So like if I got a heavy truck payment and the market's doing good, that's cool, but when the market doesn't do so good anymore, then yeah, that sucks. So I want to avoid that, and yeah, I'm gonna take care of this truck for forever, basically. This is my first truck and my only truck, and like I've grown such an attachment to it that I can't let it down. It has never really let me down to to like the point where things broke, but it never stranded me. It never really did something to me so bad where I was kind of screwed. So it is my responsibility now to take care of it as it's taking care of me. So that's where that money went. But if you ask me, it's money well spent, and this repair is gonna last us a really long time, and we're gonna get the money back. I expect to get the money back tenfold. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna fire this thing back up. It's getting kind of hot in here because I turned off the truck so it's not so loud, so my AC is off. And before I get all sweaty, let's fire it up and let's finish this trip to Fort Dodge. Well, I'm on site right now. Only thing is that I am a little bit too early as expected, and now they aren't able to actually take me in like right away. So they had me go ahead and back next to door N4 over there, and I'm just waiting for somebody to come and grab me so that way they can let me know which door they're actually gonna put me into. So it's a little bit of a waiting game right now, but like I said, I am early here. Hopefully they don't make me drive around like the building or anything like that. That way I can stay in the sleeper and not have to do a not disrupt my sleeper split time. That way if I'm staying here for like 2 hours or more, I get to keep those 2 hours and extend my clocks, because we of course are unable to drive whenever we want, however we want, because the government believes that they know better than we do. So that's just that. But I guess we're hanging out over here. I'll let you guys know as soon as they tell me to back into somewhere. All right, finally they came and gave me a door. It's 12:30 right now, and I'm waiting for this gentleman over here to pull out of that door over there. So once he's done closing him up and sealing himself up, I can go ahead and back in. Only one thing I don't understand about some of these drivers is like, why can't they just pull away? I mean, I guess maybe he doesn't know that I'm waiting for that door, but if I was him, I would have pulled up a little bit further. That way I could squeeze in there and get in. But it is what it is. We waited for this long. I guess we could wait an extra couple minutes and hang out and hold on. So I got the drone out here. I was so bored I was about to start flying it, and at the moment I started to assemble and put it together, the lady came by and she told me to go ahead and back into the door. So I guess we're gonna back into the door and get some footage of this place and try to entertain ourselves a little bit more. It's never ceases to amaze me how much waste of time there is in this industry. And somebody's gonna say, well, why did you take a load with the 1 p.m. appointment time? This was the best paying load and the best paying option. So this is what we ended up with going here. But let me go ahead and get into this door, guys. Alright, finally loaded. It just felt like it took a long time, but it didn't take a long time. Let's see what this is looking like over here. Oh, there we go. So it's palletized in boxes and stuff. Alright, cool. I'm not even gonna put a strap on this just because there's no point. Because it's gonna be right up against the door anyway. And plus this stuff is so light, I doubt it's gonna go anywhere. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, it felt like it took long, but it really didn't. The appointment time was at 1 o'clock and it's like 1:20 right now. And I'm basically still ahead of schedule. So if I got here at 1, I probably wouldn't leave until like 2:30 or something like that. So it paid off to be here. Let me just grab the seal because I forgot it, of course. And let me try to verify the seal number, which is 87398, which looks good because had it happened to me before. The seal number was actually not the right one that's on the paperwork, and when that happens, when you deliver the load, there is a chance that they're gonna give you a hard time about it. So if you're wondering, you just, you know, click it or tick it. All right, let's get in the truck and let's start moving. Man, it's hot out here, but I like it a lot. Make sure that my spare, yep, okay, we are good. Let's roll. All right, let's get going over here. This is not a super long trip. But I have a feeling that this trip is gonna conclude my entire week here, even though that I'm just gonna be empty tomorrow, which is gonna be Friday. Let's see, we got 405 unloaded miles and 6 hours and 40 minutes just about. So not the longest trip I've ever done by any means, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and get back on the road here. And the reason why I say this might conclude my week is because on Saturday I am going to be doing the second part of my broker training with the Great Freight Stage Logic, and that's going to take a whole like 4 hours. So I want to make sure that I'm empty for the weekend just in case anything comes up. And then on Monday I already spoke with the dispatcher, and we agreed that we're kind of wasting our time over here in the north. We should be getting much better rates, and the better rates are in the south right now. And I think what we're gonna start out with is take on Monday, get loaded on Monday, and take a load to Memphis, Tennessee. And I know that's gonna be an area that's gonna really piss me off when I get there because of that bridge and all the traffic and everything that's you know, associated with going over there. But if the price is right, then I'll deal with it, because yeah, these rates haven't really been that good in the Midwest. Like, you know, a little while back they were really good, and now it seems like it's time to go to the south. And this is what I mean, like when you have to be up to date with the markets. So like the markets change, you know, eventually the stuff in the south is gonna dry out and it's gonna start getting better in the Midwest, and then we'll be in the Midwest, or it'll be somewhere else. So that's what we're gonna do on Monday. But as far as right now, guys, we've got some miles to do, so sit tight and let's roll. That lasted like a whole couple minutes. It rained. It didn't rain really hard, but it rained a little bit. And this is what I'm talking about when I was talking about how nice that the US 20 is, and how nice this route is. I mean, we're just cruising along, and there's nothing here. There's no traffic. There's no cities. There's just like, you know, you and the road. I love these kind of roads because you can just drive and focus on the road and think about things, and, you know, kind of just relax and, you know, listen to a podcast, or just, you know, just talk on the phone even, without really being bothered too much by anything else. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the open road. You know, when you're driving through all the cities, and, you know, through like Chicago and Indianapolis and, you know, St. Louis and, you know, Minneapolis, Minnesota, like those places suck. That's why I couldn't do the local driving back when I was a local driver, when I was in the beginning, because all you're doing, you're just standing in traffic all day. You're dealing with, you know, dumb drivers, and it just, I don't know, it was just the most annoying thing in the world. It literally
really killed trucking for me in the beginning, because I kind of didn't, you know, I liked it at first, and then I started in the beginning, and then I was thrown into like Chicago and stuff, and I quickly started to hate it. And luckily I found a company that we went to started doing regional, and I'm like, all right, I rather like doing this. But yeah, totally different type of driving. When you're just out on the open road, you can just, you know, spread the truck's legs. And the other thing is, I mean, when you're driving like this, your truck is gonna last so much longer. I mean, if you're driving through, you know, stop and go traffic all the time, if you're in the city and everything like that, if the truck is not like cruising at, you know, at a good speed, I mean, you're wearing the hell out of it. I mean, what kind of wear am I putting on my truck right now? It's basically just rolling and cruising, and I'm hardly using any engine speed. The turbo's not, you know, being used up or anything like that. It's basically gliding along the highway. So yeah, this is how you can keep your truck running for a long time. But yeah, anyway guys, that was a short little rain that we had there. It cooled down the engine and it cleaned up my windshield a little bit, which I do appreciate, because there was starting to be a really big accumulation of bugs there. But we are moving, and this road is only going to get nicer. Soon we're going to be passing the Mississippi River, and the Mississippi River is pretty cool. There's a nice bridge that we're going to be crossing, and there is a way station over there, but I actually never seen that way station open ever since I've been driving, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be closed. But we're going to be going into Wisconsin here shortly, and we're going to continue this trip. For today, here's where we're at. I'm in Elkhorn, Wisconsin area. I'm at Love's Truck Stop here, and I've got another like 43 miles to go, another hour drive to get to Kenosha over there. The reason why I stopped over here is because we're going to be taking even more back roads. Basically, this whole trip was basically back roads, and I am not really convinced that there's much parking from here to here, so I'd rather just stop over here and be safe. And let me just get out and stretch my legs a little bit. And quite honestly, guys, I've had enough for today. Man, that road was actually pretty damn disappointing. It was really nice. The views were nice, but the road was absolute trash. Good Lord. Every, like, you know, 3 or 4 feet there was like a deep crack, and you're just driving and jumping up and down for the past, you know, 6.5 hours or however long that drive was. And I'm sure if my suspension wasn't broken in, it's definitely broken in now. Man, that thing took a freaking beating.
I don't know what they do with the money that we give them. I mean, you guys heard that they're trying to raise the insurance liability minimum to $2 million. All these states seem to be raising their fuel taxes. You know, Illinois just can't stop adding tollways to every single one of the roads. It's crazy. Doesn't it surprise you how basically every single Democrat's city that has tollways and everything like that, they're the ones that have the worst roads and the highest fuel taxes and everything like that? I just can't seem to get over that little fact over here, but that's just the way it is. But yeah, man, my back hurts from that. That road freaking sucks. It's again, it's such a disappointment. The views were so nice and no traffic. You know, it was just a pleasant ride. If those roads were just a little bit better, damn. Wisconsin has, you know, the interstates are pretty nice in Wisconsin. I'll give them that. But man, the back roads, the state highways, the U.S. highways, man, they let them go to just about complete ruin. But you know, what do you expect? The country's broke. The money that's going to actually make the country better is going to people that don't want to work or do anything. So that's that. But anyway, guys, I'm calling it a night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. What's up, guys? Good morning. It is 6:50 right now. I just got myself hopefully the final coffee of this trip. We're at Love's right now. We got, you know, like just about an hour to go ahead and finish up this journey. And as soon as some of this coffee starts rolling through my veins, I will have a lot more positive attitude. So let me go ahead, put the truck into gear, finish up this pre-trip BS, and let's roll. All right, if you guys can hear the wonderful roads of Wisconsin, jeez, it's just that, like, the roads themselves are more or less they don't have like these huge potholes in them. The problem is that they just have these like cracks in the roads. Like, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but every like 2-3 feet there's like this giant crack and it's not fixed. They just pour like a bunch of glue all over it or whatever, and it just makes it for like a super uncomfortable ride. And right now we're doing 55, but if we were doing like, you know, 65 or 70, which is the speed limit in some of these places with roads like this, man, this thing is just super annoying. All the stuff is like falling off my shelves and onto my floor and stuff. But luckily I only have like 30 more minutes of this, and then I can just get on the highway and get back home. So I'm happy for that. I don't know. This was the best option that there was for Iowa to back to like Chicago area. So I mean, I don't know, guys. Like I said, next week, starting Monday, I am definitely going to be going back to jeez, man. Going to be going to the south. We're gonna start out with in Memphis. It seems like that's the plan so far, but things can change. So whatever we do to get into the south, we'll just stay there for the whole weekend. Possibly on Friday, take a load from like deep down south back to Chicago that delivers on a Monday, and we'll just roll like that, because I think that there's better opportunities out there right now rather than to be driving around and you know, for nothing, for a waste of time. I mean, look, we're still at work, we're still not at home. What does it matter whether you're, you know, 300 miles away or 500 miles away or 1,000 miles away? It doesn't really matter. So I just had the truck you know, repaired really good. I had a lot of work done. I had a lot of maintenance. I'll go over everything really good one more time. And yeah, we'll shoot down there and we'll make some money. I'm you know, I missed those videos where I was making like, you know, $1,500-$1,600 a day. That was awesome. Rather than this thing, you know, it's $1,000 a day, but it's like all in all, it's like 500 miles. So like, you know, that's still, you know, I'm still making good money on it. Don't get me wrong. Compared to like the average American income, this is like, you know, this is like gold. But it's not about, you know, what satisfies you. It's about the markets. We need to keep up with the market, because somebody else might have a higher cost of operation, and just because we're making good money doesn't mean somebody else is making good money. And I don't want to drive down the market for somebody else that is working hard and has like expensive equipment, or somebody that's new that's trying to, you know, get their foot into the industry and they're trying to make a buck. So, you know, it doesn't matter what my cost of operation is. I just want to be congruent with what the industry standard is, and the industry standard down south is doing pretty good, so that's what we're gonna do. And then when that dries up, we'll go to wherever it will be good. Maybe the Midwest will be good again, but well, we shall see, guys. But anyway, This is what I'm dealing with. This endless construction that just doesn't. I mean, it would be one thing if the construction was actually fixing these roads, but they're not fixing them. All they're doing is putting these tiny little patches here, and the road just sucks. And we got to pay for this a lot of money. That's what angers me, you know, the most about these fuel taxes and everything. The fuel taxes constantly go up. They're adjusted for inflation. All the expenses go up, and you know, we're expected to have these tip-top shaped trucks and have a, you know, super clean running operation, and then you get on the highway and this is what you drive on. This like, I mean, this is like a war zone. Jeez, man. I mean, I got a brand new suspension the other day. I think I'm gonna have to get a brand new one after this trip over here. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go because I don't know if you guys can even hear me with all the noise that everything is making inside of my truck because of this freaking road. I'll talk to you guys as soon as I pull up to the delivery. And finally a patch of smooth road, man. Look at this. See, this I could deal with. You got a nice view. I mean, the road isn't perfect, but it's not like the last one, man. The last one was insane. We are literally almost about on the final stretch of this journey over here, and I've got about, I don't know, a couple more miles to go. We're busting a left, and then we're gonna be at the delivery finally. Man, this trip, in the beginning, this trip started out really good, and then, like, you know, by the time we got into, like, you know, Wisconsin, the roads just went to such decay and ruin that it really ruined the whole trip for me. But you know what, whatever, we're basically here at this point, so let me just pull in wherever we're going and get unloaded and move on with my day. There you go, road to close starting June 21st. There you go. Well, I'm glad it's not June 21st because we'd be turning around and going some other place, I guess. Here we are. Finally, this is gonna be the end of, there we go, driver check-in, 500 feet. Awesome, let's find out where this check-in is. Well, let's deliver, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be here on this side, which would be pretty cool. And I guess I could have slept here. Look at all the room that there is. I guess there's one guy sleeping over there, but that's all right. I didn't really feel like driving that much further yesterday anyway. I already see the driver check-in window right there. Yeah, sometimes it's a little tricky to find these driver's check-in places. Luckily, this one has a nice big sign. Some of these other places, you gotta walk and search and find out which door and whatnot, and then you show up and then they act like you're bothering them because you have a delivery. Like this is, you know, they act like they're not a warehouse. But here it is. Finally here. Let me go ahead and check in. I am in a door. It looks like I'm like just about the only person over here, which is cool because they're starting to work on me right away. And that is gonna basically conclude that. Before I even backed in, they already signed my bill of lading and gave it to me. So as soon as I backed in the door, I went on my Triumph account, which is my factoring company. I uploaded the rate confirmation and I uploaded a copy of the signed bill of lading. And they're gonna go ahead and get me paid. So today's Friday. I'm not gonna get paid on Saturday because it's not a business day. So by Monday morning, I'll get my $1,000 for this load, and I can go ahead and move on from this. So like I said before, guys, I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet, head back home. It's early right now. It's 8:11 a.m. so it should take me about an hour to get back home. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park the truck and I'm gonna go ahead and do some work on my brokerage or carrier side. I don't care which side, but I'm just gonna work on something. I'm gonna do some some business. I'm going to be calling customers. I'm going to be working with my marketing team today, so they have a long list of customers that I need to call and follow up with. So we're going to call and follow up with those customers and try to gain their business, or at least let them know that we're here for them. And if we can't get their business today or anytime soon, maybe in the future, but we want to keep following up with those customers to make sure that we can secure something and build something out of here. This is really like the biggest problem for carriers, is that they don't have the time to do this. Like you're not going to be able to really do this while driving the truck. You got to take the time, sit down, focus on what you're doing, look at the customer's website, find out what they're about, and kind of go in there and spend some time with them. If you're going to do this half-assed while you're driving, calling random numbers off of Google, this isn't going to work. This is extremely highly competitive, and unfortunately, if you don't spend the time and take the time to do it, it's not going to work out for you. But I'm just at the time in my life where I'm just kind of getting tired of the spot market and tired of the dealing with the brokers where you haul one load at a time. I need to secure something already, because at least outbound from Chicago, and then I'll use the brokers to get back. But that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. As soon as I get back home, I got the whole weekend to check and look over the truck and stuff like that to get me ready for going down south, because once you go down south, you're kind of far away from home, for me at least, so I don't want to have any kind of breakdowns or anything. So I just want to cover my bases while I'm down there, because I don't like to use mechanics. But we should be okay. The truck has been doing just fine. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know I haven't made a vlog in a little while, but I hope that you guys give me a like and you guys subscribe to these channels, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much.